What's up guys, it's me Hacks. Back at you again with another game update today. This time I just did some UI stuff mostly. So let's get right into it. So, first thing I did here was this function I called the chemistry burst. So basically when you increase the percentage in the chemistry bar of two characters, you'll get a something on the UI that shows that. So just so you know, something like this. So when you increase this percentage here, basically. So I put it in here on this little trigger box. So when you walk through it, it'll have two random characters that come up. And depending on how much the percentage is, you'll get different dialogue and different sprites. And also depending on if it's romantic or not. So, for example, if I want to do two specific ones, I'll do Alice and Gavin because they can date each other. Alice is 3, Gavin is 5. Just to show you the difference. Ignore the little ding at the beginning, that's from the mailbox. Actually, wait, no, I took it off, so you won't hear a ding. But yeah, let's see, it's different. And once you get to a certain level, you get hearts instead of stars on the thing. When it's maxed out, it'll let you know if it's maxed out. You get also a different sound effect based on it. And Ethan and Suzanne can also date each other, but at the beginning of the game, they don't like each other. Well, Ethan doesn't like Suzanne. Suzanne always liked Ethan, but they don't. He doesn't like her, and you can see that here. He hates her. So, when you try to up their chemistry at first, nothing happens really. Because you have to do a side quest first to unlock it. So, if you try at the very beginning of the game, nothing happens. And yeah, so I can show you a few more characters. So yep, I drew one for each character. Here's Dan and Gavin. Here's Rowan and Suzanne. So, yeah, the dialogue will change depending on how much percentage you have together. The sound will change too. So yeah, it's pretty fun drawing all this. I'm trying to get Joe and Dan. They seem to keep getting I'm not sure when I'm gonna paint these, or even if I'm going to paint them, I might do a cell shaded thing to have them stand out a little more. Well, yeah, I can't get Joe and Dan because they're on the same thing here. I'll have to manually put it in here. So yeah, I think it's pretty cool. I really like the idea. Metopia sort of had it. And I was like, that's really cool. So I'm going to expand on that a little bit. Put it in my own game. I really liked it. So yeah. And then if you go to the actual thing, you can see it's, changes based on that. So unless you have, a lock on it, in which case it won't go past that. But yeah. So I worked on that. I guess before I go into the nitty-gritty of that, I can show you the other feature. Other feature I added is weather for the main menu. So, based on where you last saved, if there's weather, it'll come up here. So, I made one so far, and that's going to be leaves. So, like if you save, for example, in a forest, you'll get like blowing leaves and stuff, so. Like this. Yeah, just pretend these are leaves for now. I just use stars because I had them. I haven't drawn any leaves yet, but yeah. you see you get weather depending, and there'll be like snow, rain, like some ambient particle thing that I have to make. But yeah, so the reason why, I guess I can get into the nitty-gritty now. The reason why I only did 2 things per se is because I had to figure out how to do this. It looks, pretty simple, but it's not. I thought when I first, wanted to do something like this, I thought I'd be using particles. I would not be using particles. And the reason why is because particles, you're supposed to use them in 3D. So basically, where I am now, you would use particles. In UI, you cannot use particles. And because it's 2D, so like you can't use it on this, you can only use it in 3D space. So I was trying for the longest time to somehow, spawn the particles somewhere, like how I do with this. Let's see, like the Eclipse, right? Like I have technically this model is spawned somewhere, and there's a camera that puts it on the 2D space. I tried to do that, it wasn't really working out, and I'm like, dude, this is there is a plugin, okay, where you can put particles on UI, but I didn't want to use it because it's not my code. So I'm like, I think that's the lazy way out, to just download someone else's stuff and just like slap it on a band-aid to your project. I think it's better to think outside the box and learn a way to do it yourself. And I did. So instead of using particles, I just used the built-in Unreal Engine animation feature. Let me see. So yeah, so for example, for the star effect, each star has its own thing here, right? So it's already there, and each one animates. So it's actually only one star, like a star widget, and it has one animation. It does that. So I took that one animation and I put it a bunch of times so that when it spawns, each one will do that little thing, and it looks like a bunch, and you just add a delay to make them look different from each other. So yeah, I mean, I haven't seen anyone do that yet. It's a little more, I don't know if it's a little more work, or because I tried to learn particles, I tried to learn Niagara. It wasn't working out. It's really complicated. I'm sure once you do it, it's easy, but I was just having trouble, and I'm like, there's got to be a better way than using a particle system for this, and there was. So yeah, yeah, I mean, it's natively supported. I don't have to do anything. I think it's a little better on your GPU than using particles too. So yeah, and the same thing for the weather. So I'll have like a bunch of different animations, but this is the leaf one. Does that. So you just put that a bunch of times, and it looks like separate stuff. Pretty fascinating. I mean, video games and art are pretty similar. They're all just optical illusions. To make you think you're seeing something that's not really there. So, yeah. So that's pretty much what I did. Just figuring that stuff out. Next time, let me see. I'm kind of sick of coding. So, I might just do art next time. Yeah, I feel like drawing, so I might like fix up the chemistry bursts, make them, painted or cell shaded or whatever I'm gonna do. I might add some more weather effects. But yeah, I'm probably just gonna do art stuff. And I was thinking about also starting to draw the prologue images for the story mode. I don't know, I just feel like drawing, so yeah, that's probably what I'm gonna do next time. So yeah, that's what I did. Yeah. I made some pretty good progress, I think. And I guess there was also one more thing that I added, because I added it to the camera mode, and that is when you use Joe's move, the investigate move in battle, and it froze because there's no model there and it hates it. I really gotta add Dan and Rowan's model to the game. 3D is such a pain, though. Yeah, I'm a 2D guy. I like 2D. 3D, I can do it. I don't like it. I can do it, though, but, you know. Oh man, no, it's not working. No. No. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. I'll try one more time. If it doesn't work, I'll just remove him from the party and then it should work. But yeah, 3D. I rigged Joe, and it's like, this is just a pain in the neck. Oh, there you go. Now it's working. Alright, so if you use the investigate skill, Joe is T-posing to assert his dominance. You get a picture of the thing. So, that's how I wanted it to work. Yeah. I'm gonna redo the battle system, like, way in the future, because technically it's already done. Like, it's functional, so I'm just leaving it for now. You can actually beat the game with the way the battle system is now, to be honest with you. Just needs to be nicer. But, yeah. So yeah, next time is probably just gonna be an art update. Yeah. I'm getting closer to releasing the official demo. So when that happens, I'll post it on Steam, and that'll be it. So, yes, see you next time. Bye.